impressive launch event. And so, as you will see in the next slides, this laptop will be our flagship for gaming and other enthusiasts. So let's see what we are talking about. The G5 series. G5 means the G55 and G75. Here I have the 75 and here I have the 55. The 15-inch and the 17-inch gaming laptops. After the event you can compare both of them. They are very similar in hardware, but still some differences. Performance-wise, they are very close. Okay, who we are talking about? Who is the target audience for this G5 series? As you see, the name G, the gaming system, is from the ROG family, ROG, Republic of Gamers. Of course, that means it's for games, right? But not necessarily. It's first of all, it's not the first laptop you will have. Maybe second, third, fourth laptop. It is for people between 20 and 45. Male, usually. That doesn't mean just male. But I don't see necessary for girls to carry around 3-4 kilos in the back. But it's not, anything is possible, right? Okay. Early adopters. Yes. Early adopters are usually willing to invest a lot of money in technology. And all kind of gadget and hardware enthusiasts will approach this system. So here you see the gaming guys. I saw many LAN parties already with people carrying around this laptop. With the latest hardware, it's very easy to play any kind of game. Diablo 3 is a very easy game for this kind of laptop, trust me. But it's also good for working. So you can install on it any kind of hard stuff, AutoCAD or other kind of applications. And if you are on the road, you can carry and finish your work wherever you are. This is just for fun here. I mean, you can do anything. That's why Facebook and Twitter and everything else is included here. It's not like the laptop I recommend for Facebook. So what we are talking about? The unique selling points. We have 5 big unique selling points here. The first, extreme performance. Extreme performance because it includes the third generations of i-Core, i7, i5 from Ivy Bridge, the new Ivy Bridge. These laptops are with quad-core CPUs running at 2.6 GHz, so they are really amazingly fast. Fast and at the same time very cool, and their power consumption is very low. The new NVIDIA 600 series, 660 and 70. These are the most powerful NVIDIA GPUs we integrated until this moment. And up to 3 gigabytes of VRAM, so video RAM. 3D realism. Probably some of you, old guys here, remember the first active shutter 3D laptop. We announced it in 2008. It was out on the market in 2009. It was called G51. G51 was the first in the world laptop including the NVIDIA 3D vision technology. Now we take this technology a step further and we have active shutter light boost technology. Light boost technology means some glasses, much more bright glasses. A lot of people, if you try 3D technology, you saw the screen was dark, very dark. The glasses were reducing the brightness of the LCD. With these new glasses, they are not filtering the light, so the LCD screen will be very bright. Intelligent thermal. Intelligent thermal. Intelligent thermal means some really unique features we don't have on other Asus laptops. For instance, dual fan exhaust. Dual fan exhaust means one fan for CPU, one fan for GPU. And they are, as you see, in the rear. They are rear venting technology. This is again something specific for the G series. Most of the laptops, you know, they have the vents here. And when you have the vents here, you have usually problems with the mouse or other objects close to the laptops. They are getting very hot, right? And very, very important, we have some detachable fan filters, because the dust is a big problem in time, not on the moment. In 6 months, 1 year, the fans will be full of dust, and you have to go to the service or something to clear the fans. With this dust fans, fan filters, it's much easier, so it will be much cleaner inside. Gamer-centric here. What we have here? A stealth fighter design, so probably you already know all these laptops are inspired by the Stealth Fighter series, American Stealth Fighters. And another unique feature here I have to mention is the keyboard. The keyboard this time is one piece backlight keyboard, but it's one piece. So no more, you know, usually what's happening when you press the buttons are shaky, yes? So it's one piece and very stable keys. And ergonomically inclined design. I can say 95 to 99% of the laptops I saw on the market are like the N series before. They are horizontal, right? This is inclined by 5 degrees. You can see in this design also here. And it's very comfortable for your palm rest. It's much better if it's inclined a little bit the laptop for many hours of gaming. When you game around many hours, you know. For if 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you don't feel the difference. But for many hours, you will start to. And very important for gamers is this rubberized design. Rubberized is very, very important. Again, it's a soft touch palm rest, which is, trust me, is very good in gaming. And last but not least, we have sound here also. Of course, I cannot compare it with the N series, but we have 2.1 channel sound. We have, again, after many years, we have a true subwoofer. And I will show it a little bit later because it's very heavy. And the sound is much better than before. I will go very fast over this slide because we all know already how the Intel CPUs are working. There's a turbo boost and a dynamic boost when you have one core active. But what we can say is that with the new Intel Extreme tweaking utility, the latest version for ID3 CPUs, which you can download from Intel website, you can overclock the CPU inside. And if it wasn't already very fast, you can overclock from 3.4 or 3.6 the turbo up to 3.8. So it's between 200 and 400 megahertz faster, the CPU in turbo mode, which can give you, here is the 3D Mark OS 6, 12% boost. supplementary boost. Going to the GPU, again, it's very easy to notice that here is the new Intel integrated GPU. Here is the 660, here is the 670. So, more than 4 times faster than the integrated GPU. Not to mention the 2 to 3 gigabyte of VRAM. Again, just for the freaks here, I will not insist on this slide too much. But here you see Vantage, 3D Mark 11 and 3D Mark 06. And we have new model, old model on 17 inch. New model, old model on 15 inch. So we just compare with our, let's say, old flagship, and the performance boost is in medium 30-40%, even in some benchmarks 50%. This is because the new 660 NVIDIA GPU is much faster than the older 560. On the older model, maybe you know, it was the 560. And the CPU was also a bit weaker. It was the 2630, if you know the processor. It was running on 2.2. These new CPUs are running at 2.6. Okay, that was I already mentioned. So this is the first difference between the G55 and the G75. Let's say the little brother has just 2 GB of RAM. Just. The bigger brother is bigger. These are optional, not necessary. The configurations for the G5 series may come with one hard drive, 2 hard drives, one SSH. SSH means solid state hybrid. Solid state hybrid means, let's say, a normal hard drive, which is coupled with 8 GB SSD, and you get something which performs like a 10,000 rotation per minute hard drive. It's not like an SSD speed something, but it's much better than a normal hard drive. The smallest configuration in these new laptops is a hard drive of 750 GB with 7,200 RPM. And we have here, going to the 3D, as we said, this is the first version of 3D vision. We have this on G51 and the G53 and the G74. These are still on the market yet in this moment. And this was like this. So the screen was much, much darker. This is annoying daytime. In nighttime it's not so annoying, let's say. But now it's much more brighter. So the glasses are much better. And the funny thing, cheaper. I put this glass slide just to mention again what's the difference. Maybe some of you still asking what's the difference between active shutter glasses and passive glasses. A lot of LCDs on the market with passive glasses. Yes, it's much convenient, let's say, because you can have for $50 5 pieces or something. It's very cheap. And these are very expensive. I mean, it's €100 per a pair. But what's the big problem? The big problem is the resolution, because with active glasses you need a powerful GPU, but that GPU multiplies every frame by 2. On passive technology, any kind of GPU is okay, but they will split the image into one for each eye, so you will halve the resolution. Here you have the full resolution. You will, let's say, have 1080p. here you have 1080p cut in half. So for very, let's say, enthusiastic multimedia people, they will notice the difference on, let's say, full HD movies. Others will not notice. So it's also trade-off. Here I just mentioned that the HDMI output is 1.4, so you can plug a 3D display directly to the laptop and watch all 3D movies. The ecosystem is getting better and better now with the connectivity of HDMI 1.4. You can connect to any 3D. Now I think 80% of the new LCDs are 3D already on the market. So if you buy a new mainstream to high-end LCD or plasma, I can recommend plasma for better movies. We are ready. Here we had this technology before with the shutter glasses to see 3D pictures, Blu-ray movies, even YouTube, and because it's NVIDIA technology, already more than 500 games are 3D vision ready. This is a better explanation of how the thermal exosystem is working. As I said, here is the CPU and the GPU, and there are independent fans. So they are not working on the same rotation per minute, so the system can be much silent. And this is the classic design. Usually the air was getting inside here. Here is the CPU, and it was coming out in the rear. And our take, the air is coming from here, and it's going out in the back of the lid, back of the lid. That's why you see it's very interesting. You have the lid is not here, so it's much better because this area stays much cooler here. Usually this area is gets very hot. These are the fan filters, which this image says, well, I don't have to add anything. So this is a fan after a few months. It depends how the medium in which you are working. My fans at home in my desktop systems are like this after 2 months, so because the system is down. This is the about for the design. So we have here what is worth mentioning is the mini display port. What worth mentioning that all the USB ports are USB 3 with a USB charger, so you can charge any kind of device. And optionally you have also Blu-ray drive. All the others are pretty usual. I was saying about one-piece keyboard. First, it's one-piece keyboard, which is very important. And second, as you can see here, it's really tightly screwed inside the system, so the keys are really, you can try after, you can see the difference. Octavian also mentioned on the N series we enhance the viewing angles. Well, we enhance the angles also on the G series, and it's very important because usually the horizontal angles are okay, but the vertical angles are catastrophic. Much worse than on LCDs. Even on LCDs, if it's a normal TN panel, it's not so good, but TNs on laptops, trust me, they are really bad. Now at least we can say we have 60-60, which means totally 120. Still far from being the IPS 178, but it's still much better than we had before or others. So it's a big step ahead for some people, and it was, I think, mentioned also that it's the first for many years, I think, that is not glare, it's non-glare, because a lot of people complained about this glare system. It was tiring. So this is the inclined design, ergonomic inclined design. You see, when it's inclined, you can have your hand stays much comfortable and more natural on the keyboard compared to this scenario. And this scenario is especially worse when the laptop is thicker. More thicker the laptop is, more nightmare you will have on your wrist. And let's say last but not least, as I said, I will mention the audio system. I will not make a demo with the audio system. I will not compare myself with the N series. But what is very important that now we have subwoofer space, and that means anything between 200 and 500 Hertz is much louder and much clearer. Before it was a mess. It was just a joke, the best system. And thank you very much for your time. And if you have any other questions, we are here. Thank you.